What's worse than an adjuster who doesn't understand the repair process? It's a manager who doesn't understand the repair process. I've had managers in the past who have wanted me to take things off the estimate that, quote, didn't need to be there. The problem with that is the manager didn't know anything about the repair process, and they were asking me to take things off the estimate that actually were required for the job. What things am I talking about? Well, in this video, we'll talk about it. Now, if you like these videos, please hit the like button and/or the subscribe button. And if you have some suggestions for future videos, put those in the comments and I'll try to do my best to make a video about it. One of the things that managers have wanted me to take off the estimate whenever I'm bidding painting or doing drywall work is masking. To me, that's silly. Masking is always required when you're doing painting and when you're applying texture to a wall or to a ceiling. Even if you're just rolling a ceiling, as you're rolling that, little droplets of paint are spinning off that roller, and typically they land on you. And if you don't have the floor mask off, they land on the floor. So when you're doing any kind of painting or drywall work, you'll want to add masking. Now, it kind of depends on what you're doing. If you're adding masking to the walls or if you're adding masking to the floor. Now, most painters will have enough drop cloth for them to cover the floor. But what if you're applying texture to walls using a texture gun? Well, that texture gun uses air pressure to apply that joint compound to the walls. So I'm in this room applying some texture to the ceiling. Now, the texture I'm applying is what they call popcorn texture. And as you can see, I'm splattering the texture on the ceiling with a texture gun, and it just blows the texture everywhere. And I purposely didn't mask off 3 of the walls just to show you that that stuff gets everywhere. And as you can see up here on the wall, that texture that I was shooting onto the ceiling got onto the wall. Imagine if this was an insured's house, you wouldn't want that texture blowing everywhere. So I would argue that you would want to mask off the walls and the floor to protect undamaged property from getting overspray or unwanted texture on there. You don't want to create more problems from doing the repairs than from the loss that they had. If you're doing any kind of drywall work that requires a texture gun, really think through that repair and determine what areas that you need to provide masking. You're going to want to look at the damage, know what repairs are needed, and then put that in your estimate. Anyway, guys, I hope that video helps. I will see you in the next one.